Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Just a little impromptu live stream, just running some trains. All right. Welcome, welcome. Just putting some stuff back on the track. Hey, James, Mark, how you guys doing? Thanks for stopping in. I was just working a little bit over here and putting everything back on the track. Something is going on with those sensors because it keeps flipping back to green on me. I just noticed. That's the second time it did that. Thanks, James. All right, here she comes. Get a nice look at all the newly weathered gondolas that I did. I think I actually did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. These were all unweathered. I did all 4 of them in mostly the same. Hey, Roger, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, thanks, James. That's the 4400 or not the 4400 there. Jeez. 441,000. I've got the 2 diesel switchers and then the road diesel switcher, the road switchers in the shed right now. Well, it's in front of my 080. Thanks, Roger. Yeah, I thought, I don't know. I finally have a few minutes here and figured why not? Yeah, these are Bowser. They come in a bunch. I like the Pac-Man scheme. They came in the maroon scheme and probably a bunch other ones. I think they recently did another run of some American railroads, but I got these because they were on Otter Valley for 150 bucks. And I figure if anything is going to do a 15-inch radius curve, it would be them. I couldn't find any reviews or anything, but wow, that's not too bad. September 2022. That's not bad. That's not that long ago. Before that, I think it was January as well. But yeah, I bought these. These are both of them because I figure I remember thinking if I can't use them, then I'll just tuck them away. And yeah, I love them. They're some of my I love all 4 of my locomotives, but you know, and once I tested them on DC with the curve and the incline, um, on DC they wouldn't even do 3 Walthers boxcars. Because what I did is I bought the Walthers mainline, the 3 boxcars. I want to say the GT, which I still have. Oh, you know what? They're up here. Which ones did I have? Because I had the GT, Southern Pacific, and yeah, the Detroit Mackinac were the 3 that I bought. And it would barely go up the grade on DC with the 3 cars. And I was like, you know what? If I only can run 3 cars, so be it. And I remember thinking maybe it's wheel slip, but it wasn't. And it turns out that on my Digitrax unit, I don't know. I think some of us, well, I know Mark does, but not this kind. Oh, I can't zoom in any. Oh, I can. Um, we have this like the configuration, and you can flip it from HO to N to G, O and G. Then you've got run mode, operation, sleep, and I had found out later after I had already converted them that this was set to N scale, so it gives off less voltage, and that's why they were struggling to get up the curves. But 50 locomotives, James. Where do you? I guess you just store them on that shelf, eh? The one that goes all the way up to the ceiling. All right, I gotta return some cars, so we're gonna now that the main line has passed. Hey, Chris. Oh, Bubs. You expanded that? No, that's just a scene. I um, I I have a fireplace to the left. Actually, I guess I can show it on camera while I'm on live. Oh, so I have this board up because my cats like to jump on the layout and knock over all my chain link fences that I work so hard to place and drill holes for. But I have a can't really see because the lights are off, but it's a gas fireplace, and it's the brand is banned in Canada, so we never use it. And of course, now that we have the layout here, we definitely never use it. And the plan is to take it out. And I thought, if that's the case, I like this scene. I really like how it's coming together. So I'm like, well, I'd hate to rip it up, but what I could do is um, kind of chop this in half, and instead of the loop going around, have it go straight for another 3 feet. Because I could get another 3 to 4 foot module there, and then I could bring these two stub tracks out a little bit for some more room, some bigger trains, and have another industry or two kind of tucked in somewhere. And that's I'm still up in the air with that because although it would be great to get more room because I obviously have such limited room, um, I really like a poster of locomotives. Oh, I don't think it'll be that hard. The gas line's already disconnected. I already disconnected that, so um, it's really just probably getting it out. Yeah, Bubs is talking about. I know. This guy here. This is just for show. I want to overgrow this. So the plan about this is, my layout's an island, and this would go to the old rail barge, which is now no longer in service. So they ripped it up to reuse the rails elsewhere. Is going to be the story behind that. Hopefully, it makes sense. But I have been thinking about doing an expansion. So, in a way, I'd love to. Uh, but I don't know. I like it, and the scene's coming together. And I don't have much space, but it's well balanced at this point. Like, because I feel like I've got the three industries here. Two tucked away, and then one on the main, and then um underneath, like the lower industry set, I've got kind of two, but three tracks, right? Because I have the arrival and the departure on this guy here. So it's really well balanced. And then to have it curve, I don't know. Like, and the thing too is, I really tried not to over track this, even though there's track everywhere, and I totally over tracked it. But like thinking back to the layout I had in the room, um, I really overtracked that, and then when it came down to industries, I had no room for anything. Hey, Chris, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. All right, guys, how do I ban Eminem Rails from my chat? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's been so long since I've done a live. Go N scale. All right, abandon Chris too. Oh man, but I'm actually really happy with the amount of space I have, and I always say this, like I'm way happier now to with the limited space that I've got. Um, sorry, I'm just thinking about setting up a scene, but I'm way more like content with the space I have now. Um, than I had when I had the entire room. That room was 7.5 by 11.5, about. Um, oh, all right, but we'll see. Well, that's not good. What is going on there? Is I haven't cleaned the track in a while, but maybe it's just not on the. Oh, it's not on the. Oh yeah, it is. I thought maybe it derailed. All right. I got to get around to. No. I'm just going to shut that off. Ooh, first time technical difficulties. Amateur hour. Yeah, that's just getting no power. I think the track's just really dirty over that switch. Because I really need to clean the axles on that guy too. There we go. All right. So we're back on. I'm actually going to just put it on over here. See what's going on with that. We can get this bad boy going again. Don't know what's going on. There it goes. I wonder if the capacitor just was all goosey. Yeah, it's fine now. Okay. Oh no, except somebody didn't flip or put the switch back to the main line and now just derailed a bunch of stuff. There we go. Okay. We're back in business. Ouch. Pull it into the yard. All right. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I blame probably dirty track because it's been all year. Brian, how you doing? Okay. I'm just gonna move this. I might have to raise the camera up. I have it only on step 2. Hey, hey, hey. Nice try. But you can't really get that over view angle. It's true. It's my first day. I'm seriously, also considering as a project is to get tortoises. Um, and I've decided that I actually do want to. Um, and I want to mount them at the back, and I'll move the camera here in a minute when I get off the main line, and we can go and take a look. And just get past the double slip. Man, once you figure them out though, they're not a big deal, Chris. Like, you just need to get more exposure. All right, Finn can just chill there. I'm just gonna take you guys out of uh, my tripod becomes a monopod. Oh, except the cable snag. There we go. Okay. So we come over here. So we have effectively 5 switches here in a row. Right where the caboose is, we've got one leading into the yard for this passing siding. Right. So then we have, you can see the rails there. Then we have the other one on spur 1. So that's 2. And then we have, if I can zoom in, we have the double slip, which you can't really see, but the box cars on it to double slip into the right hander where the caboose is now on the main. So that counts as 3. And I definitely want to do these 2, but that leads the question, because when you're here, oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, I weathered those up myself. I'll show them off in a sec. So when you're here, I mean, I'm 6 foot. I can pretty easily just change this, but I have to kind of rub my hand on the top of the building. This is also hard because the sanding tower or fuel is right here. So you kind of get used to it, but for me, it's no big deal. And a similar issue are these guys. So I almost, that was almost a bad time. Somebody, oh my god, this is amateur hour, didn't flip the mainline switch back. Snoozing on the job, guys. Talking. But yeah, those turned out really nice. I did all 4. I did like, they're all with powder, that self adhesive powder, and they turned out really well. I'm really happy. So same thing is here. My sensor. So I'm actually going to do that just so the train can come my way first. The sensor is here for the spring switch, right? So when a train's coming this way, it activates and it flips that switch automatically. I've got the override switch here for which overrides any of the sensors. But the problem is I've got 2 switches here and here. And so the issue is not reach, but the issue is activating the sensor on your arm with your arm, because once this comes around, like, you want it going straight. So I'm going to release the manual override. It's going to take 10 seconds from the last time that had a car over it. or it's 2 seconds if I hit this sensor over here. There it goes. So you want it to be straight when you're switching those typically, because you need the headshot. But but those ones are hard because I've got track directly under them, because I've got the lower loop here, which is only there, so that won't even fit a tortoise. I'm gonna have to get two of those remote kits, but I do plan on doing those as well. So I'll probably have to pick up. Well, and the question is, so it makes sense to have one switch. Well, I'd still have two separate switches or buttons, but for those guys, and if I'm gonna do those two, technically I need to do this side of the double slip, right? Because this side dictates the incoming or outgoing track on that side. So I'd have to do this side, and if I'm gonna do this side, people are gonna get really confused. So I might as well do that side as well. Um, so it ends up being like 7 altogether. I'll probably get an 8-pack, and maybe I'll try to animate something with the last one. Sorry, I'm not reading chat because you got me explaining. Poor cameras all over the place. All right, sorry guys. Hey, Devin, Angela, Mike. Mark was like touching my ceiling when he came over. Like I've got the fascia up here as well, and it's like the perfect height for me. But you know, my forehead can touch it. Um, but my eye line is perfect, and I think he had to like, you know, arch his back or something just to see under it. It's yeah, yes, you have to stand here, Mark. Things are coming along. I've got the lights. I guess I can show you too. I showed it in my last video. So remember, I got like the dual. If I turn that off, it's gonna get really dark here. But I've got the dual brightness. Like that's just too bright. But that's like perfect. So this scene is really cool. We'll have to wait till the train comes back up and get a couple of shots. But that's coming together with all the street lights and everything. So I can't wait till it goes over there. I gotta get a lamp for the dock here, and I kind of want to do maybe something lighting wise with the dock. Oh, my focus is crazy. Hold on, it'll come. But this scene too is really come together, and I really like it. The lights are a lot brighter on camera than. Try to get the shot. Like that looks sick. I have a wheel squeaking though. I don't know if my mic will pick that up. I want to light up the caboose as well. That's a little project that I've been talking to my brother-in-law Nathan about. He's gonna 3D print me some light housings. I'm gonna turn the light back on. And I want to do marker lights, but I don't want to do the whole marker lights like Bob had done. I want to do a basic version. Sorry, I just gotta put the camera back in the tripod, guys. There we go. I want to do like an easy version. Don't worry, Mike. Mark wouldn't let anything happen. Oh, really, James? I've never had a problem. Um, I think it's these gondolas here that just passed. I bought them off Mainline, um, and they're fantastic. He spoiled me big time. But I think they're all old Athearn, like Blue Box and stuff, because they're the oldest stock I've got. I run everything else brand new, and they're all mostly like Atlas, Walthers, or Bowser. Like those are the two Athearns. Those first two gondolas. But even that caboose I got off them, I think that's a old Athearn. But I would love to get interior lights and some sort of marker lights, if I can make it work with um, one decoder. Then that's probably what I'll do. It may not be fully prototypical, but I don't care because I'll just make up the story about, the railroad rules, no different than I've already done, why there can only be 4 cars at a time, and blah 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 blah. So I can make that work. And I'd love to put rail sounds in it. I think that would be also pretty neat. I think I also have to replace the couplers, or at least investigate the couplers in one of my switchers. I forget which one. The front one is bent. It always points to I think the spring just got wedged in the coupler case. So I just gotta take a look at that. But everything works good. I'm probably not gonna go with any decoupling plates. I've had a really good luck with these guys. They're from, oh geez, what are they from? Rix, RIX, and I have 2 of them. I find they work pretty good once you. Well, actually, I'd say 90% of the time they work good. You do the old 50-50, like sometimes it's this way, sometimes it's that way. The trick is to get it all the way down to the rail, um, and wiggle it kind of like that, and then use that force to kind of push away the car just slightly. I know. I think Mark, you had brought a big skewer with you, or maybe that was Chris, but I think it was you. And you used that instead. Can't remember. So this signal is an Azatrax. I think it's just a directional relay board, because I couldn't do block detection. I thought about ways to do this, but this is just a directional. Yeah. I forget what they call it. I have to look it up. But it's a directional relay connected to these lights. So one goes to green, and then one goes to a switch, or sorry, one goes to red, one goes to a switch that I just flipped that handles red and green because obviously they. Oh, I just poked my camera. Obviously, they will eventually change, and I again don't have control for that because I didn't want to do any sort of block detection. So I figure, well, you just have to remember that you have to switch it from yellow to green, and then when it goes back in, you just switch it back. It's more for on camera, but I like the manual way of doing it because it's kind of like manual signaling, and I really like that. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, though. I just wanted to do this little impromptu live stream. I appreciate everybody joining and chatting. I think there was I almost said basketball game on, at least according to Eminem Rails. I don't watch sports, so I'm surprised he does. I'm surprised you do, Mark. I don't know. You're a jack of all trades, I guess. But yeah, gonna wrap it up here. Thanks everybody for coming, and I have no idea. I guess I'll try to do more of these. I just can't commit to any sort of schedule right now. But I would love to do more of these, and I don't know what the Celtics for, so I'm just shutting everything down. Um, I'd love to do more of these when possible, and of course, always be a guest on Third Rail Thursdays. But thanks everybody for coming out, and until next time, guys, enjoy your bacon.